people are to stop me and to silence you. I decided to share this. It's a little bit controversial, but I'm going to put this out. Somebody showed up at my door this week. They called me before and said, I got to talk to you in person. This can't be done over the phone, which is always kind of like, uh-oh, what's that going to be about? They came to my door and they tried to bribe me out of getting out of politics. It's really happened. I'm telling you this because this is how disgusting politics is. A mom who runs for office and they're afraid of me, they tried to bribe me with a job title, with a huge salary, a position on a board. This is how they do it. So what's going on? What is, I'm assuming this is our friend.
This is back east. There are very powerful people who want to keep you out.
I know they do.
But they're willing to put their money where their mouth is in a big way. So, this conversation never happened.
This is crazy though. They should want me. I'm a great candidate. People love me. These people are corrupt.
Well, maybe you're right.
They are right. They are corrupt.
Maybe. This is rap. Don't go. Do you ever though? I'll get myself in trouble. This, if you say no, which is fine, it's your choice. Don't tell people.
They're gonna try to have me murdered.
I wouldn't doubt that either. Today's world, man. If that stuff that came out last week is right about the cartel stuff, man. They said the cartel's operating in 50 states right now, like all 50. You know? So
what's going on? Who is it? What?
Forget the who. Let me just tell you the what. Let's just say there are people calling around saying, gosh, no, they can't repeat this. Never repeat this. If you say no, don't. If you say, I got offered to buy out. Don't use it. Because then we lose our ability to get things done in the future.
Here's my problem. Rather than just say, let's work with her. She's a great candidate. Because they don't own me. And it pisses me off.
Yeah, I said it's about ownership.
It's about control.
I don't know it's about control. It's about being on the team. I guess that's, you know what I mean?
They want to be on the team.
They want you to be on their team.
But
just team. You know?
But if they're pushing a globalist agenda, I can't do that. So what do they want? What do they want me to do?
They want you to stay out for 2 years. But I'll tell you what I can offer you.
I'm not going to pause for 2 years. The battle is now. I'm offended by whoever these people are that they're trying to buy me out of.
Well, you should be honored.
I'm offended that there's people back there who just don't give about our country.
Do you understand though? You should be honored. That means they know how powerful you are.
Well, I can tell them that.
If you weren't powerful, they wouldn't want to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Right? Just to say, is there a number at which
I can be bought?
Not be bought.
That's what it's about.
You can take a pause for a couple of years.
No.
And then go right back to what you're doing.
No. 10 million, 20 million, 30, no. A billion, no. This is not about money. This is about our country.
No.
I am not going to let these people who hate our country tell me not to run. You should call them and tell them to get behind me.
I mean,
I can win, and they should get behind me.
I will happily say those words.
Yeah.
Do you think my words will carry any weight? No.
Okay, well, did you think you would come in here and that I would be bought?
It's not being bought.
Yes, it is.
I think.
It is being bought. No. They are trying to buy me out of running. It's actually, I mean, all right, I'm flattered. I'm offended. I'm offended for our country. We have people like this who live here.
What I think is this. Is it can give you an incredible opportunity to have a bigger voice to fight for stuff than you currently do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to deal with people like this. These people are un-American, and I think they're unethical, and I would be absolutely immoral if I did that.
Again.
That's immoral. I couldn't look at my...
So, as you can see, deep state expose. What's going on? I mean, this is nothing secret to us that these things are happening behind the scenes with the deep state and the secret societies. But this is just more evidence and proof, from the horse's mouth, literally telling you how this man here, Jeff DeWitt, the head of the GOP, he's a chairman of the GOP for the state of Arizona, the GOP party, which is a Republican party in Arizona, that came to bribe this lady here, Kari Lake, who's running for senator. She's running to become a senator in Arizona. So, without further ado, let me give all the praises and the glory to Yahweh, the Most High, Yahweh Shai, who is the Son, the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Rakar Kodash, the Holy Spirit. So that's all praises to the Most High God, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, the Son. All praises and glory. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the 144,000 of the house of Israel, the Hebrew Israelites, and to the hopeful elect, the remnant of the children of Israel, who the Bible refers to as the elect. So, like I was just saying, that lady there, her name is Kari Lake. That's Jeff DeWitt. He's the Republican chairman for the Republican Party for the state of Arizona, he was the bag man for the deep state of the secret society of the Illuminati, who sent him to Kari Lake to do what? To bribe her, to ask her to step out of the Senate race because they saw her as a threat, because she's an anti-globalist, basically. She's against this globalization, and she's against this global policy that's been pushed by these elites and by the deep state, by the the Davos crew, the crew that just came from Davos, the World Economic Forum. She's against the Charles, what's his name? Charles Schwab, and all of those crews. She appears to be anyway, from what I can only go by the evidence of what we have heard her say. So she recorded the bribe, the threat and the bribe that happened during this conversation between her and this guy, Jeff DeWitt. Now, this all came out yesterday, how the deep state tried to infiltrate. And we know they've infiltrated already. Many of those senators have not, the majority of them are working tirelessly for the deep state, for the secret society, for the Illuminati, right? I would say the majority of those senators and congressmen are already on their payroll. So they needed someone who's going to be running for the Senate in Arizona to be on their payroll for whatever deeds they wanted her to do. But she recorded the whole conversation of the bribery, the threat. You know, he said, he went, the cartels operate in 50 states. He said, the cartels operate in 50 states. That was like an underlining threat to her. When he said that to her, he said, the cartels operate in, is it 50 states, he said, right? He says, never repeat this if you say no, right? Don't say it because I got offered a buyout. Don't say it. So this was never meant to come out, as we obviously know, basically. But he actually told her, never repeat this as such. And he said, trying to see what he says. She says they are corrupt. These people are corrupt. Yes, they are. Trying to find a bit where he mentioned these are very powerful people that want to keep you out, right? They are very powerful people that want to keep her out. That was why he was sent here. This is the secret society. This is the Illuminati. Hold on, so I can find it. Is it here? She said, they're going to try to have me murdered, she said, because he mentioned about the cartel being in 50 states, right? He said, don't tell people. Oh, it must be after that. They are corrupt. It's fine. It's your choice. He says that. Here it is. They said the cartels are operating in 50 states right now. All right. So that was an underlying threat that they can get the cartel, because the cartels are working for these people as well. The cartels, listen, for them to be able to shift their drugs and everything from one border to another, they're working with the deep state. They're working with the what do you call them? The CIA. They're working with all of these independent branches or so-called independent branches of the federal government. All right, they're absolutely working for them, and they know that. So, you know, the cartel are in bed with these people. They'd like you to think that the cartel is a separate entity. They're in bed with these people, all right? Because for them to operate so, you know, to do certain things, they have to work with the CIA, the NSA, and, you know, because they're helping each other out. It's like the mob, the mafia. They made it quite clear that they were helping each other out, basically, in that. So it's no secret to us what's going on between these. So this is why he said that to her. He said, they said the cartels operating in 50 states right now. Right? Why would you mention the cartels in a conversation you're having with someone that you're trying to bribe to become, that you want them to step out of the Senate race so you can put your guy in? They want to put their guy in to run and back their guy. They saw her as a threat. So, you know, you can this as you can see. So this is all over the news right now. You can see here the Guardian newspaper, 16 hours ago. The chairman of the Arizona Republican Party resigns after leak. So he had to resign, that guy, Jeff DeWit, because this has all come out now. CBS News, Arizona GOP chairman Jeff DeWit resigns after leak, which is this recording. NPR, Kari Lake is running for U.S. Senate from Arizona after seeming to bribe Senate hopeful Kari Lake not to run. Arizona GOP chair resigns. See, yesterday he resigned. So it's all over the news everywhere. CNN, Arizona GOP chair resigns amid leak of Kari Lake's audio. All right. Arizona Republican Party chairman Jeff DeWit said Wednesday he is resigning, claiming he was doing so amid pressure, right, from GOPs. I mean, how much more damning information do we need to see or do we need to hear? All right. So it's all over the news. It's everywhere. It's all over YouTube at the moment, I believe, as well. Let's have a quick look. See what this says here.
Build wealth.
Hold on. Let's let this advert skip past and see what it says here.
On to this new audio that NBC News just obtained of the Arizona GOP chair trying to convince Arizona Republican Kari Lake not to run in this year's U.S. Senate race. Let's take a listen.
There are very powerful people that want to keep you out.
I know they do.
But they're willing to put their money where their mouth is in a big way. So, this conversation never had. Is there a number at which
I can be bought.
not be bought?
That's what it's about.
You can take a pause for a couple of years.
No.
They go right back to what you're doing.
No.
All right, Vaughn, she ran for governor, lost. What more do we know about this?
Right. Ultimately, she decided to run for the U.S. Senate, and she is the dominant frontrunner to win the Republican nomination for Arizona's Senate seat this year against likely Senator Kyrsten Sinema, as well as Democratic Congressman Ruben Gallego. But you heard in that audio, Kari Lake, who is a chief loyalist to Donald Trump there, she narrowly lost by about 11,000 votes for her run for governor last year. And Jeff DeWit, who is the chairman of the Arizona Republican Party there, in that audio recording, purportedly offering her a big job that with potential big salary from unnamed East Coast power brokers. And
Why don't they want
Kari
her to
Lake
run for senator?
defiantly say she would not accept the offer. Well, the concern is that she could lose the Senate seat again, and they wanted to put up a Republican this go around that had
Senate seat. The concern is that she's a Donald Trump loyalist, just like what you just said. That's the concern, right? So there's a lot going on, as you can see. This is all over the news. It's everywhere. They're all talking about it. So I'm going to bring out a few scriptures just to show that, boy. There's nothing. This is why I call today's edification. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest. So that's just been made manifest, boy. What's going on? And we're going to see where that goes. All right. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 6. I've got a few precepts here we're going to bring out. Right. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? And these are the things of Esau, right? These are showing you that these Edomites, because like I said, he was coming as a representative from the east, from Washington. So someone from Washington, the deep state in Washington, probably an Amalekite, right? One of these Amalekites, right? So-called small hats, sent him to do their bidding because she is a Donald Trump loyalist. They want her out of the race. She's leading the race. How can she be a liability to lose if she's leading the race, the Senate race? Just like how Trump is leading the race for the Republican nominee for the president, but yet still they're pulling out all stops to try to get him out of it. And like I said, I believe that Donald Trump is gonna win the Republican nomination. I can't see that going any other way, and I do believe he's gonna win the presidency. So the elites, the liberals, right, the neocons, the elites, the liberals are trying everything. But remember, they control both sides of the coin. No matter how we try to bring this to you and break this down to you, ultimately, these elites control both sides of the coin, whether they're Republican or Democrat. It's just that maybe one side is easier to manage and control than the other side. But ultimately, they control both sides of the coin. But that is just another showing you how the deep state works, how politics works, how these elites are working. They're trying to do everything to get her out, right? Because of her loyalty to Donald Trump. This is what this is about. This ain't about anything else but her loyalty to Donald Trump, all right? She's a loyal soldier to Donald Trump. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare, all right? Because these are these Edomites calling out themselves. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So the Lord is making Esau bare. There's another scripture I want to go to. Is it Psalms 58? Psalms 58. Is it Psalms 58? I want. Let's see if it's Psalms 58. No. Hold on. Scripture says he should make his own tongue to fall upon himself, right? It Psalms 48. Oh, it's around there between 40s and 50s. It's 64. And I was actually going to go to Psalm 64. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And I was actually going to go to Psalm 64 because this says a lot about these devils. If we go to verse 2, it says, Psalm 64 verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. So that was a secret counsel of the wicked working. He was representing the deep state coming from Washington to try to bribe Kari Lake to come out of the GOP race for the senator in the state of Arizona so they can put their man in, all right? Who wet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? What did he say? He said, make sure you don't tell no one. He didn't think that this conversation was going to come out because the thing about the state of Arizona, you're allowed to record someone without their consent. You know, like in certain states in America, you can't record someone unless you get the consent of the other person. Well, in the state of Arizona, you can make a recording of a conversation with someone without their consent. And that's what caught out this devil. So he was saying to her, who shall see them? Don't tell no one. Keep this between me and you. Whatever you decide, blah, blah, blah. But now it's gone public. He's had to resign yesterday. And we're going to see where it goes because really the FBI should be arresting this man for bribery in a position and a place of office. They should be looking to inquire who sent him, who asked him to do this, and why they wanted him to do this. And that's where this should lead. But we're going to see what happens because remember, this FBI is controlled by Biden and the Democrats. And it's probably them that sent them, right? The deep state that's working on the behalf of Joe Biden and his cronies, right? So we're going to see where this goes, really, because really what should happen is that he should be arrested by the FBI because he was trying to bribe someone who was running for a position or an office, a position of office within the United States Senate, right? He should be arrested. He should be interviewed. He should be interrogated. He should be charged with bribery, conspiracy. We're going to see what happens. Because could you imagine if that was a Russian in America that did that, or anybody else that did that? You understand? This man should be arrested. We're going to see where it goes. It says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. And the heart truly is deep with these devils, mate. Let's grab a couple more precepts. He really thought he was going to keep this secret, boy. But that ship had sailed. Proverbs 21 and 14. Let's grab it. Proverbs 21 and 14. Did we finish where we was going there? Yeah, we'll just finish it. Because I wasn't going to go to verse 8. It says, but Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So right now he's wounded. Right now the deep state is a little bit wounded because all of this has come out, right? And this conversation took place last year. Took place several months ago. This conversation took place, I believe, around the summer of last year, around 6 months ago. So there's a reason why Kari Lake has revealed this now. Probably because she's seen how what's happening with Donald Trump, how all of these lefties that are backing Nikki Haley, the Republican candidate, to fight to come against Donald Trump, because she's been publicly and financially backed by the Democrats. So you've got a Republican nominee, Nikki Haley, who's trying to oust Donald Trump from the nomination to run for presidency. She is being backed by Democrat financiers, money men, bag men. Can you believe that? Just to get Donald Trump out. Does she think they're going to finance her once, if they did get him out and oust him from running for the presidency, that somehow they're going to continue financing her against Joe Biden? It says, so they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's exactly what you saw happen, boy. He made his own tongue to fall upon himself. What was I going to? Proverbs 21, 14. Here it goes. A gift in secret pacifies anger. So he was offering her all sorts of gifts in secret, right? But she was getting angrier and angrier, and she wasn't having none of it. And a reward in the bosom, strong wrath. And that's what you saw happening. He was offering her a gift in secret. Give me one more before we shut this down. I just kind of want to bring this to the forefront. One second. Is it Job? Job 20. Hold on. One more before we shut this down, family. If I can find it. If not, we're going to call it a day. Job 20, I want. I mean, let's call this out. Job 20, verse 5. That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite, and that's what this is what these politicians are. They are absolute hypocrites. And the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment, all right? So we know this man, this is a beautiful whole, there's a whole lot in Job 20, but we don't need to read all of Job 20. I just really kind of wanted to just grab that point there, basically. Let's read a few verses. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. It's talking about Esau, Edom, the Edomites, the so-called white man. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, of his forefathers, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, as you saw, there's a lot of wickedness in that man's mouth, boy. Though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of the ass with him. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High, Yahweh, shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of ass, the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the blood, the floods, the brooks of the honey and the butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, this devil, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Why? Because he has oppressed and has forsaken the poor, because he has violently taken away a house, the children of Israel, which he buildeth not. So, yeah, I mean, there's so much in Job 20. I don't really want to have to read all through it, but I believe you've got the point. I don't need to say no more. But yeah, as I said, it's all coming out. We're going to see where it goes. We're going to follow this story for the rest of the week, see where it goes, and keep tabs on it. So I pray he was edified. As I said, this is the man.
Like off of you know? So
what's going on? Who is it? What?
forget the who. Let me just tell you the what.
He says, forget the who. Let me just tell you the what. So anyway, I want to give the praises and the glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash, double honors to the apostles, to the elders. As I always like to say, keep praying, keep safe, repent, and hold on to this word, because truly the Lord is making his own tongue to fall upon himself. For there is nothing secret. I didn't even get that precept out. For there's nothing secret. That comes from the book of Luke, I believe. So Luke 17. Let me just quickly bring it out, because that's what today's edification was on. Luke, let me just type it in. Nothing secret. I believe it is the book of Luke. Here it is, Luke 8 and 17. For there is nothing secret that shall not be manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. All praises and glory to Yahweh, Basham, Yahweh Shai, Basham, Rakah, Kodash. Mark 4 and 22. For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested, neither with anything kept secret, but that it should come abroad. All right? And that's what you're seeing. It's all being exposed, family. All right? All being exposed with this devil and everything that he's doing. So praise and glory. Shalom, shalom, shalom.